Empire Tales. King Gwanggaeto, the unifier of the three kingdoms. In the heart of northeastern Asia, between the rugged mountains of Manchuria and the Korean peninsula, there was a kingdom that would rise to power and reshape the balance of East Asia. This kingdom was Goguryeo, one of the three kingdoms of Korea, and its most legendary ruler was King Gwanggaeto the Great. At a time when the land was divided among Goguryeo, Beech, and Silla, the fierce ambition of a single king would alter the fate of the Korean peninsula forever. Gwanggaeto, the warrior king, would unite vast territories, defend his kingdom from foreign invaders, and establish Goguryeo as a force to be reckoned with. The early years, the birth of a leader. King Gwanggaeto was born in 374 CE as the son of King Goguryeo. From a young age, he was destined for greatness. As a prince, he was trained in the ways of war, politics, and leadership, prepared to carry the weight of the kingdom when the time came. But even as a young man, Gwanggaeto demonstrated a rare and exceptional quality: his strategic brilliance and fearlessness in battle. After ascending the throne in 391 CE, following the death of his father, Gwanggaeto inherited a kingdom on the edge of turmoil. He was faced with the challenge of not only defending Goguryeo's borders, but also expanding its territory in the face of threats from neighboring states. The expansion of Goguryeo, the rise of a conqueror. Under Gwanggaeto's rule, Goguryeo expanded its borders at a pace never before seen. His military campaigns took him to the very heart of Manchuria and the Korean peninsula. Gwanggaeto was a master tactician, leading his soldiers with unmatched skill. One of his first major achievements was the conquest of the Xianbei tribes in Manchuria. These nomadic peoples had long threatened the northern borders of Goguryeo, and Gwanggaeto's decisive action brought them under control. His military prowess was evident as he pushed into the vast territories of the Liao River and beyond, expanding Goguryeo's reach. But Gwanggaeto's ambition didn't stop there. His eyes were set on the kingdoms of Beech and Silla to the south, territories that had long been in constant conflict with Goguryeo. He knew that only through unification could the region ever hope for peace and stability. King Gwanggaeto's unification of the three kingdoms. Gwanggaeto's dream was nothing less than the unification of the three kingdoms, a feat that seemed impossible. Yet, driven by a vision for a united kingdom under Goguryeo's rule, he waged a series of campaigns that would bring him success. One of his most notable achievements was the defeat of the Beech kingdom. Gwanggaeto had been negotiating with Silla in the south, and in a daring move, he forged a powerful alliance with Silla's king Nulji. This alliance allowed Goguryeo and Silla to launch a joint invasion against the Beech kingdom, a conflict that ultimately led to Beech's defeat and incorporation into Goguryeo's domain. But Gwanggaeto's ambition didn't stop with his southern campaigns. With his kingdom now more secure, he turned his focus north, expanding into what is modern-day Manchuria, and even crossing into northern China. The legendary battles, conquering the heart of East Asia. Gwanggaeto's most famous military campaign was his victory over the Chinese Northern Wei dynasty. At the time, the Wei dynasty was one of the most powerful states in China, and it had long threatened the northern borders of Goguryeo. In 396 CE, Gwanggaeto led a series of decisive battles that not only defeated the Wei dynasty's forces, but also left an indelible mark on the region's history. His victory marked the rise of Goguryeo as a powerful and unstoppable force in East Asia. Following his success in China, Gwanggaeto turned his attention back to the southern kingdoms. His campaigns would continue until his death in 413 CE, but during his reign, he left a legacy that shaped the destiny of the Korean peninsula and its neighbors for generations. The legacy of King Gwanggaeto. King Gwanggaeto the Great's reign, lasting just over 20 years, is a shining example of military genius, diplomatic skill, and unyielding ambition. During his time, he successfully united Goguryeo, extended its borders, and defended it against both internal and external threats. He built the foundation for Goguryeo future, establishing the kingdom as one of the most influential powers in East Asia. Gwanggaeto's death in 413 CE marked the end of a legendary reign, but his legacy lived on through his son, King Jangsu, who would continue the work his father had begun. The unification of Goguryeo would set the stage for the eventual formation of a strong Korean identity in the centuries to come. The memorial stone of Gwanggaeto, found in South Korea in the early 20th century, remains a testament to his power and accomplishments. The stone itself details Gwanggaeto's military campaigns and is a revered monument in Korean history. Though his kingdom would eventually fall to internal strife and external pressures, Gwanggaeto the Great's name is immortalized in the hearts of Koreans as the king who nearly unified the entire peninsula under the banner of Goguryeo. Listen now to discover the remarkable rise of Gwanggaeto the Great, the king whose vision for unity shaped the history of the Korean peninsula. If you enjoy cinematic history storytelling and immersive podcast experiences, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join Empire Tales for more legendary stories from history.